can't now recall which.
I can't, Senator, no.
Did you take a file note or have you checked with them?
No, I didn't take a file note, Senator.
So I'm slightly confused by your questions and I'll take it on notice.
I'm not sure what's confusing.
Did you make a file note of the call, Mr Gaetjens?
No.
You got two pieces of evidence from the most senior federal police officer in the country, the most senior public servant in the country, and no one kept a note?
Bureaucrats are often accused of being overly concerned with paperwork. But today's Senate Estimates Committee hearings documented an extraordinary lack of records about some extraordinarily serious issues. After a brief public lull, the horrendous tale of Brittany Higgins' alleged rape in a minister's office in Parliament House, and everything that has flowed from that, was back at the centre of politics today. Among the revelations, the shocking statistic that, since MPs were reminded in February that they should report serious allegations to the police, there have been 40 reports to the Australian Federal Police about 19 different allegations of sexual misconduct by parliamentarians and their staff.
12 reports have been identified as sensitive investigations. 10 matters have been referred to State and Territory Police for assessment. One matter is still with the AFP for ongoing inquiries. The other 7 matters do not relate to electorate officers, ministerial staff or official establishments.
If those numbers are making your head spin, the bottom line seems to be that there are 12 matters regarded as sensitive, which covers everything from matters of national security to political controversy, and 5 that relate to MPs and possibly ministers. We will have to wait to hear more about these matters. In the meantime, it is the aftermath of the Higgins matter which still seems to be causing the most difficulties for the government. The incident about which no notes were taken was no small matter. The head of the PM's department, Phil Gaetjens, is inquiring into who knew about the alleged assault of Ms Higgins among the Prime Minister's staff. 2 months ago, at the last estimates hearings, there was conflicting evidence about whether the police had asked Mr Gaetjens to pause his inquiry.
Have you asked the Secretary to stall, pause or alter his investigation?
No.
You are making a decision here to cover up your inquiry, to pause your inquiry as a result of your own decision, not as a result of advice on the AFP.
I don't believe that's correct, Senator.
It emerged today that the PM's office had been involved, contacting Mr Gaetjens' deputy about the conflicting evidence when the committee rose for lunch.
I think it was just a phone call, Senator.
Right.
The Gaetjens review into who knew what in the PMO is just one of 3 investigations that have been underway in the wake of the Higgins allegations. The Prime Minister's Chief of Staff, Dr John Kunkel, has been inquiring into who in the PM's office had given derogatory briefings to journalists about Brittany Higgins' partner, David Shiraz. And Ms Foster was commissioned to report on procedures and processes to make Parliament House a safer workplace, a report she completed last night. But
what we've learned this morning is the Gaetjens inquiry is incomplete and secret. The Kunkel backgrounding review, incomplete and secret. Foster review, complete but still secret. Is there any wonder that Ms Higgins and others are questioning as to whether there's actually any real desire to implement change?
after hours of obfuscation in the Senate, Scott Morrison suddenly tabled the Kunkel report in the House of Representatives this afternoon. The report said he could not find any direct evidence that the backgrounding of journalists against Ms Higgins and her partner, in order to diminish her credibility, did happen, though he didn't find it didn't happen. However, in tabling the report, the PM documented the negative comments about Ms Higgins' partner at the heart of the backgrounding.
I didn't actually think you would print and table in the Parliament the actual smear that was used against Mr Shiraz, and nobody even bothered to tell her.
We have learned some things, however, despite all the attempts at secrecy. We now know there is a brief of evidence ready to go to the Director of Public Prosecutions in relation to the alleged rape of Brittany Higgins within a matter of weeks. But while the police have acted quickly to investigate her claims, it seems the Morrison government, and particularly the Prime Minister's office, move at a different pace altogether.
I can't see why we haven't been able to elicit an answer. And, you know, for Ms Higgins, I have to say, It's added trauma on trauma. And someone needs to take responsibility.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 7:30's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.